All right, welcome everyone. Today, just like every day, is a great day, great opportunity, great experience for us to come together. And let's talk about an amazing opportunity that will definitely set it off for anyone and everybody that's looking for something solid, something stable, something long-term, something that has proven itself with the test of time. And it definitely has created some amazing products that we can all benefit from for the long term. I am your host today, Coach Rashid, or the presenter today, and I will do my best to provide you with enough information so that you can make an informed decision based upon what you have come here for. Now, when we always start the presentation, we want to do one thing. We want to make sure that you understand the disclaimer. The company has provided this information that, one, we may talk about some type of cost, we may talk about some type of cryptocurrency, we may talk about pricing. So all that information is just part of the program so that you can get that information. We're not here in the capacity of financial advisors or investment advisors. We are independent representatives providing information on behalf of the company, in lieu of the company, as independent representatives. So let me make sure I say that correctly. I don't want nobody mistaken what I'm doing here. So I don't work for the company, but I do want to let you know I speak from personal experience and not from an investment or financial advisor perspective. All right. Also, we know that with any type of funds, deposits, investments, any of those type of things, there are risks associated with it. We can go down a list of ways that risks are part of our lives. So this is not the only risks in your life. But with that being said, there are risks associated with crypto assets, cryptocurrency, and any type of digital assets that you'll be introduced to through this particular medium. So just be aware of that. One big rule that you'll hear all the time is never invest more than you're willing to lose. I don't think anybody's willing to lose anything, but we're going to give you the most information that we can so that you can reduce your risk and increase your profits. That's the goal. The world we prepared for no longer exists. I know that comes as a shock to some people because you may believe that whatever you started out to do, hey, you're on that track. You know, things are working great. That's awesome. But a lot of us started off with a path of sorts that was pretty much common between a lot of people. Go to school, get great grades, get in a good college, boom. And when you walk out the door, guess what? Fortune 500 company is waiting for you to show up and pay you healthy salaries for your expertise. If that happened, awesome. Hey, proud of you. Shake your hand when I get to see you. If it did not, then you're probably like, 80% of the world. We all had to go out there and get it, make it happen, prove ourselves, so on and so forth. Well, then all of a sudden a pandemic comes along and it shakes up everything. No, it wasn't the first one that we experienced. There were some probably in the past that experienced the same thing. But guess what happens during a pandemic or a down market or some type of tragedy in the world? Somewhere somebody is thinking about, how do I help this situation by creating or solving a problem with something that I created or something I initiated or something that I can do in order to take people from where they are back to a healthy state. And those people throughout history have always been the million, billion, and probably will become trillionaires. Why? Because they saw what others didn't see. They took opportunities that others just didn't know were even available, because a lot of people focus on the problem. There are some people within them that focus on the solution, and those are the winners. And so for us that show up and we look for an alternative way to get ahead, alternative way to supplement our income, or to take our main income and replace it with that supplemental income at some point in time, financial security, financial flexibility, ultimately financial freedom, then you are one of those free thinkers, as they call them, that decides to take your future in your own hands and create it instead of just following a pattern. Therefore, we all arrived here today for that reason. And the beautiful thing is, this company has given us an opportunity to do just that. So prepare yourself for something that will blow your mind. So we're going to talk about Safir Global because Safir Global is the marketing arm for Zeniq Technologies. And if you would give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Sorry. Maybe that was 2 seconds. But yeah, Zeniq Technologies and Safir Global work closely together. And Safir Global, being independent representatives, we are the marketing arm for Zeniq Technologies. Okay. So Safir Global has and are in the process of moving into the tallest building and the highest office in the tallest building in the world. How cool is that? So yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about what Safir Global offers, but let's get into the actual products and services. Zeniq Technologies, partnered with Ramziq, have produced a blockchain tech, I'm talking revolutionary, advanced technology company. They're licensed to provide research and development on blockchain and all of the parts that come with that. And so that's what's very exciting about it. So when you look at the and understand blockchain technology, then you know that that is the future, right? Blockchain is absolutely ushering in everything from DeFi, Web3. Obviously, when you partner with AI, you create so many more opportunities for future growth. And this is what Ramziq and Zeniq Technologies is doing so amazingly. The tokenization piece is something that we're going to hit on, and you're really going to start to understand why we're so excited about this opportunity is because of that piece that has come to fruition. When we first started, you know, there was one product. Now there's a multitude of products that we can offer our customers. So it's really powerful. Just a little bit here, Zeniq Technologies, at least 25 people working in Dubai. They got over 75 developers around the globe, progressively growing. Strategic partner, obviously, Safir Global and Ramziq. And you have multiple strategic cooperations with the Dubai government, with, you know, agencies there and in different countries. So really, they're doing their thing and doing it well. His Highness Sheikh Saeed. So they have, if you understand a little bit about UAE and a lot of the countries, they have like a, you know, a vision 2030 and forward. And so they're looking to, you know, create so many new advancements by 2030. And one of those is in line with what Zeniq has brought to their country. And that is really bringing a lot of the services onto the blockchain. And who better to partner with on that? Zeniq Technologies, right? So that's why we're, you know, doubly excited, is because of the relationships that they've built. And that's what gives them that long-term and longevity in the market. So really powerful. So when we talk about Zeniq, then we can't help but talk about Ramziq as well. And Ramziq has always been behind the scenes, but it wasn't something that we talked about when we first started. But as the tokenization piece became more apparent and they really started to evolve, so to speak, and really come to the surface because their role became more and more prominent, then Zeniq has always laid the foundation, but Ramziq comes along and they're helping usher in, you know, the metaverse type services, the NFTs, the marketplace, and tokenization is really their primary thing. So that is really a powerful combination when you see the evolution of the different partners that work together to make this incredible opportunity for us. So when we talk about the company, then we're going to give you some different categories, but we're really going to focus on the blockchain tech, right? There's energy tech, there's health tech, but right now they're really focused on blockchain tech. And so that's what we're going to talk about. And within the blockchain tech, then we're going to open the door on some information about how we, as independent representatives of Safir, have been given the opportunity to enter the multi-trillion-dollar market. That right there is really where we're going with this. And so if you think you're in the right place at the right time, you are absolutely correct. Oh, wait a minute. There must be something interesting behind this sign. Bam. New product was launched in January. The new product, yes, this is an actual drone, TUPAN cargo aircraft, actual drone. They have 4 different drones, which I should have posted that particular picture up, but I didn't. There's 4 different types, but the one that most popular that they talk about, that they show, TUPAN 1000. So if you're into the technical stuff, then definitely get with the person that invited you. When you sign up, you go into the back office, you can download brochures, everything about these particular drones. But as far as the independent representative side of it, then we're excited because we get to purchase the license, which I call a license, which is the same as a hub or a node in this space. And we are minting the actual tokens associated with this particular physical product that the TUPAN organization is created. And so this is a disruptive, innovative technology that's not like every other drone out there. Really, really good stuff. You definitely want to take a look at that information. So this is something, like I said, that I had people on my team that were just doing nothing for years, like literally since we started. And when I, told them about the drone, they were like, oh my gosh, we're actually into drones. And I'm like, oh, so that brought them back to life. I mean, it was like, wow, okay, didn't know. So there's always, things that the company is doing. You got to stay plugged in, because it just might surprise you what your team or people that you are interacting with, you may never know what their hot buttons are, so to speak. So everybody needs to have access to this information, because this is the future. Absolutely the future. Your packages that FedEx normally drops off might be coming with a drone pretty soon. I'm just saying. Performance advantages of the drone. You have this information here. I know last time I looked at this and I said, what is that HSVSTOL? That's a very long acronym. Well, then I looked to the right and it says high speed and vertical short takeoff and landing. That's something unique in the industry. Guess what? I'm not an industry expert on drones. Therefore, I don't really know what that means, but it must be something pretty special that they had to put it in there. So like I said, if you want the technical piece, definitely take a look at the brochure in the back office. All right. So moving on, 360-degree ecosystem. Man, this right here, I don't know. I'm going to, in the future, I'm going to do a presentation on this slide and this side alone. And I bet you everybody will understand the magnitude of the program with this slide alone, because this speaks volumes. Okay, let's start with the top left. We're going to talk about the Zeniq product and services that they've created from day one and continue to create opportunities for us. When you look at this, from my personal experience, from my personal, opportunity mind, these are profit centers for our organization. These are individual streams that could be considered individual streams of income. Now, you have the decentralized blockchain. That's where it all began, right? They created their blockchain. Yes, they did start off and they used a template with Ethereum because they needed to make sure everything matched up with what was already there, right? They didn't want to come in with something strange and then it couldn't match up with Ethereum, couldn't match up with the other exchanges, couldn't match up with the other, coins and programs. So they did that initially. Everything started to work out. They said, okay, great. Now let's go ahead and create our own. And that's what happened. So they created their own blockchain and really did a lot of things to improve upon every other blockchain out there. And so when you look at the information, Zeniq.com, you can go ahead and look at the Explorer. You can find out all the information you want about the Zeniq blockchain, and you'll know the power of that. And I think I got a slide about that as well. For those that are technical, then boom, we can definitely hit on that. You have the Zeniq Hub. The Zeniq Hub, which is in an easy sense, because a lot of times people may be new to this, right? You may not have ever heard about blockchain. You may not know the terminologies and things like that. So Zeniq, what they call a hub, right, is a asset manager. It's a digital asset manager. It is a physical device that you can purchase. But at the end of the day, when we talk about hubs, when we talk about nodes, equate that to a license in order to mint cryptocurrency. Right. So if you could buy the license of some type of technology, you know that you're in the driver's seat, right? Definitely in the driver's seat of that technology and of the profits on that. That's the beauty of where we are. We are sitting in a position that they are offering us license to go ahead and mint those cryptocurrencies and benefit from them, literally getting the lion's share of that particular program. Then you have the Nomo app. So the Nomo app is a new version of the Zeniq app. So just like any other app, there's, you download, you get updates, you get all that good stuff. But unlike any other app, this thing is powered obviously on the blockchain. It gives you security access, just like at a high level. We do have a slide on that, so we'll go into a little bit more about that. You definitely want to download that, though. It's going to help you in the long run. The debit card. So in the EU, the European Union, you're able to get the debit card. At this moment, we know that they've sold out that initial batch, so people are just waiting to get their cards. So that's happening now. If there's an international card that comes along, we will definitely bring that to the audience. The staking rewards, that's from the AVINOC program. And AVINOC is aviation on the blockchain. It's a company. They've been in existence for some time. They partnered with Zeniq Technologies a couple of years ago. And now we have the opportunity to stake those particular tokens for extended periods of time and earn from that passively as well. Definitely get with the person that invited you to learn more about that staking rewards program. The Zeniq Swap, that was developed over time. We heard about it, we were waiting on it, and boom, here it is. And so that's similar to like a pancake swap or like your Uniswap, those type of things. And we understand if you've been in this space for a little while, you've probably used Uniswap or pancake swap in a decentralized fashion to swap some cryptocurrencies around, maybe some Binance, maybe some Ethereum, those type of things. So similar to that, same concept, but just cheaper fees. And then you have the Zeniq coin, which is really the glue that keeps it all together. You have the Zeniq coin, and it's on Bitmart, LA token, CoinMarketCap, Crypto Compare. So it's out there. And I think it got listed on another one. I'll have to take a look at that, but I know it's out there in the market. Boom. So no problem with that. We'll talk more about the Zeniq coin here shortly as well. You have tokenization. So, we're gonna take that and we're going to talk about the different tokenization projects as we go through the presentation. That really is what you came here for. And we have the cross chain. So we have a smart chain and cross chain. And the beauty of a smart chain and cross chain, one, you can't have that without having a blockchain in the first place, right? So, so that established the fact that, yes, they do have a blockchain. Now they created that smart chain on that blockchain, and it opened up doors to that tokenization, to the NFTs, to the marketplace, to the swap. All of those things are supported because of the Zeniq's smart chain. There are a very limited amount of actual smart chains in existence, about 9 out of, like over 8 or 10,000 or something cryptocurrencies out there. And so to have our own smart chain is a big deal. It helps to usher in new product and services on this particular technology. And a lot of the companies just can't do that. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the TUPAN, AVINOC, and some new things that are happening with this opportunity. All right. So when we talk about the Zeniq Hub, that's where we always want to start, because the Zeniq Hub is what kicked off this program, right? The Zeniq Hub is the center of gravity when it comes to this blockchain and these particular Zeniq coins. This hub actually mints cryptocurrency. So it doesn't mine cryptocurrency. It's not a server. It's not a rig like the Ant miner for the Bitcoin. This is an actual device that mints cryptocurrency. And so originally, people were really up on Bitcoin mining, Ethereum mining, because that was, kind of what kicked off the blockchain race, so to speak. But then as time went on, they found out that there were better ways to do it. And so Zeniq Technologies started with the better way to do it. So this device was created so that it would be easy for anybody to enter into this crypto space. It's a digital asset manager. So anything that you do with Zeniq Technologies, with Safir Global, you can actually access all your value within this particular device. This is a physical device. And so, yes, you can order it if you so desire, but a lot of people opt for the virtual hub or virtual masternode, so that that's a little easier to log into from anywhere, as long as you have a VPN activated. And boom, you can do everything from your desktop, your phone, so you don't have to have this physical device. But it is what started this thing off. It is a requirement to have virtual or physical hub in order to get started with the program. So definitely something that is essential really to the blockchain race. We have the it's a 7-inch screen. It has memory. It has a cold wallet. So you have a variety of cryptocurrencies that you can actually store in here because it has that capability. Additionally, it has the minting function for the minting of the Zeniq coins. And one of the most powerful things about having your own blockchain and creating something like this, where you have basically the license to mint more cryptocurrency, you're able to add on other master nodes from other strategic partners, right? They rest on the Zeniq blockchain or the smart chain, and you're able to mint additional cryptocurrency because you have the master node here, right? So from the Zeniq master node, you're able to produce and mint more tokens from other master nodes, strategic partners that I'm going to show you in this presentation. So this is just a force multiplier when it comes to creating more value and payment streams in your business. Okay, right. Excuse me. So we talk about the Zeniq hub, then obviously we got to talk about the Zeniq coin. The Zeniq coin. So you see a couple of coins here that are representative of some of the other strategic partners that have come onto the Zeniq blockchain. And so one major player is TUPAN. Another major player is AVINOC. And so those are the two coins there. Then you have the Zeniq coin as well. But we do have other players that I'm going to happily and excitingly show you here shortly. But this is a real system coin, right? Zeniq, it has a real system coin. It's not just pump and dump. It's not a Mickey Mouse coin, as the regional directors always refer to. But it is a legitimate coin that creates value or holds value. It doesn't create it. It holds value for all the product and services that surround this particular coin in this ecosystem. So everything I showed you goes back to that coin. Now, without reading everything, like I said, you can read that. The bottom line is this. One, yes, the coin is listed. Zeniq coin is listed on LA Token. It is listed on PancakeSwap, Uniswap. It is listed in CoinMarketCap and Crypto Compare. The TUPAN, I think token is listed on some additional platforms as well. And Zeniq's coin, recently was listed on Bitmark. And so, of course, over a 1.5 year period, it is evolving. It is doing what it said it would do. The invisible roadmap is being traversed in the best way. And so we are very excited as members because we see that development. We see that evolution, and it's happening in a great and conscious and intentional way that will benefit us for the long term. And that's what we all look for, is a long-term investment. So in this particular program, you have the ability to add additional tokens. So like I mentioned before, you have the master node. Now you can add additional master nodes with other cryptocurrency. That's where the TUPAN comes in. That's where what we're going to talk about regardless. We're going to talk about SIDI. These are additional strategic partners that have been attracted to the Zeniq blockchain because of the power of the Zeniq blockchain. So when we talk about the Zeniq blockchain, we can't help but talk about why is Zeniq blockchain superior to pretty much the other processes that we traditionally have heard of. Well, let's give you the main or the best comparison that we can pull out, right? So we have Bitcoin, which is mining, right? They have the SHA-56 Antminer, which is the most popular, and it's been upgraded and all that. And why would you say that? Well, it's technology. And you're like, it's got to be upgraded. Well, it depends on the type of technology. Or you have technology that has the advanced technology built in to where it really self-services and continues to grow with machine learning and artificial intelligence. And then you have the traditional package, which is the mining package. So we have mining versus minting. So some of you may or may not know the difference between what Zeniq Technology does and pretty much a lot of other agencies, companies, or networks. So if you heard the term minting and you're like, what is he talking about? Well, real quick, because I normally don't go over this too long, but I just want to highlight this because I know we have some new people that may or may not have heard the terms. And for everybody else, this is just good information as well. You have the minting process that Zeniq, definitely communicates and utilizes for the Zeniq coin, for the blockchain, and for producing pretty much everything else. Now, what is the biggest difference? One, you have the mining process that traditionally is energy intensive, right? So you need a lot of energy to continue to produce the actual Bitcoin. And every cycle, right? And you have every block that's created, that's additional energy that's created. And that additional energy is very costly. And so you've heard complaints from different countries and different, cities and different parishes or wherever that Bitcoin is being mined, and they have these warehouses full of actual mining rigs, right? You got people that when they first started, a kid was in his basement maybe with one server, and then all of a sudden it took over the garage because he had to get 10 servers, and all of a sudden the whole family is like, why are we paying $700 for an electric bill when we were normally paying $60? Because you're using more energy to earn that Bitcoin. Now, maybe 20 years ago, Bitcoin being, a little cheaper, people probably were complaining, but they had to get more rigs, right? So the cost of just purchasing more rigs is ridiculous in itself. But hey, there's still some profit out there for people that like to mine. Not my issue. If you want to do that, it's on you. Or you can graduate to the minting process that Zeniq Technologies has ushered in for all of us, right? You got the smart way to do it, and then you have the old way to do it. So very low electricity consumption. You don't have to continually upgrade because the company is taking care of all that. You have the smart chain that gives you access to additional cryptocurrencies that you can mint and earn from. And here's one of the most powerful pieces of the puzzle. Bitcoin produces about 7 transactions per second. It will never be the replacement for any financial instrument at that speed, right? And so there's a lot more out there like Litecoin and Stellar and all of that produce a whole lot more in the same time frame. Well, the Zeniq blockchain produces about 50,000 transactions per second. And so when we're talking about production, that's production. So that's the beauty of minting. The Nomo app, like I said, there's a Nomo app. Excuse me. It is available on in the excuse me. It is available in the App Store. And so you have access to that. You have all these features you see here. So if you want to access your back office, you want to sync up with your hub, you can see the production of your Zeniq coins. You can stake AVINOC tokens. I mean, everything that you can do, they're trying to make sure you have access to all the features right there in the palm of your hand. So that's the idea. And that's where they're going with this particular device. Really, really powerful. So you have your phone, you download the app, and you're able to run your business, monitor your business, and scale your business in the palm of your hand. That's powerful, right? And so it does say it's supporting biometric authentication. So you're still able to utilize. So most phones come with the, the biometrics where you can do your fingerprint, or some kind of little diagram. So all that's available as well, but they'll be able to recognize that right there in the app versus just on your phone. Self-custodial wallet. So you're the only one with the keys. So really decentralized is the key here. Very powerful, something that is setting, like I said, they're just setting the stage, for the next era. Really, really powerful. So that's your Nomo app. You have the debit card, like we talked about, the NFT marketplace, upcoming developments. So all of these great things are happening with that, and you're able to go in and purchase and exchange, and and if you've been on OpenSea, you'll know that it's kind of like an auction where you go in, you bid, there's a price. Sometimes you can get it, sometimes you got to fight for it. So those things are available as well. And as we know, NFTs have become a very popular thing to do, and there's so many different things that can be tokenized, and therefore you're able to have digital art, and you have, excuse me, antiques, you have coins, you have all types of things that they can convert into an NFT so that you can enjoy the opportunity to participate in the auction and purchase some and hope that the price goes up somewhere in the future. That's available as well. Zeniq Swap. Yeah, this is powerful. And like I said, if you haven't utilized, like I said, PancakeSwap or Uniswap, then take a look and you'll see the comparison. You can see that they're very in line with that. But what they've done is added, the value of lower fees when it comes to the transactions. If you ever use Uniswap, I'm gonna tell you, I had people that use Uniswap because initially Zeniq had used what we call the Ethereum EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, to create. It's a template basically, and you can use that to create. And most companies out there, or most people that create tokens and coins, they use the Ethereum virtual machine because it's an easy, platform to create your crypto. And so initially, that's what Zeniq did, is use that before they created their own blockchain. And so you're able to take your Zeniq coins and convert them through Uniswap. And we had people early on that thought this was just a coin company, therefore they were anxious to take their coins and convert them. Well, unfortunately, I had people that were anxious to do that, and they would, hey, how do I do this? What's the process? And so on and so forth. This is before they had the video tutorials in the back office. And people were trying to do that. And if you ever use Uniswap, I'm gonna tell you, I stayed away from it like a plague, because the fees were so high. The fees were higher than the amount that was being transacted. And some people left the program because they could not understand why they lost all of their coins. Well, if we only have 10 Zeniq coins, I'm not sure why you would try to exchange them, but that's what a lot of people were doing back in the day, and therefore they use Uniswap. So when we knew that Zeniq was coming out with their Zeniq Swap, they already know what's the competition. So they created something that has better value. So when you're doing your swaps within a Zeniq Swap, then you know that you're not going to lose your money, and that are your tokens, so to speak. So that's why it's so powerful to see that they have produced the Zeniq Swap after this year and a half we've been in the game. It's a beautiful thing to see it come to fruition, because I understand the challenges of a lot of people that had back in the day. And now if they would have just stuck with it, they would have saw that the better way to do it is here now. That's the beauty of Zeniq. Just like with the minting versus mining, to show you that comparison gives you an idea that the minting process, they didn't start off saying we're going to mine. No, we're going to mint. Why? Because it's environmental friendly. It's a better option. It helps the planet versus injure the planet. It helps people versus putting a lot of taxing of funds and fees on the members. So this is just another way to help members reduce the fees and get the value that you are going for. You're able to set it up on your MetaMask, get that, connected to the smart chain, right? And when you connect that to your Zeniq smart chain, then you're able to go ahead and make your swaps happen. Very cool. So get in your back office, check that out, and you'll be able to go ahead and make that work. All right. So out of everything that we've talked about, you're probably still sitting there saying, Rashid, this is a lot of information. I get it. It is a lot of information, but take it as that. This is a big overview of the complete program, and just take the piece that says, how do I get started? And then move forward from there. The person that, invited you, the person that, could potentially be your sponsor, they probably have a good lay of the land. And if there's something that I went through pretty fast, which is the overview, that's all I do, then you can go back, have a conversation, and they can break down some of those pieces that you may need to have some clarity on. So don't sweat it, don't worry. But when you see the breadth of this program, then just know that you are in the right place with an organization that is really, really ahead of the game when it comes to these particular technologies. So we're talking tokenization. We're talking multi-trillion-dollar market. We're talking massive, massive, massive increase through 2027 and beyond. So if you want to plan out the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, hey, look, no problem. Guess what? The market is just going to keep growing. With or without you, it's going to keep growing. And I just want to be part of that, right? And so we're in this niche of the multi-trillion-dollar market called tokenization, which they, the experts are saying going to grow beyond 24 trillion in the next 3 or 4 years. So you definitely want to be with a company that is doing this. Anything could be tokenized. That's what this slide says. So look, everything is constantly growing. With this company, it is absolutely rocking this industry and beyond. So when I say beyond, I'm going to tell you, it's going beyond. We're talking TUPAN. TUPAN is not just a blockchain company. TUPAN is a legitimate environmental impact company out there that has actual connections and certifications and registrations with the SEC because of their parent company. How cool is that? I'm talking the SEC in the US, right? They're actually connected. So you know that one has the highest level of legitimacy, and they're on the Zeniq blockchain. You have Regardless, which I'm going to show you here shortly, which is the first of its kind. Tokenized cinema, an actual movie tokenized. My goodness. Off the chain. I could stop right there. You have AVINOC, aviation on blockchain. Anything under the airport heading can be tokenized. And guess what? AVINOC is on its way to make that happen, and we receive that value on the back end of the process. SIDI, like I said, we done jumped off the blockchain and ran into real estate. How cool is that? So now we have the tokenization of real estate, and we have actual ground being broken and actual buildings going up for the real estate that we have been part of the crowdsourcing. So beautiful possibilities that are happening with this organization. This is not financial advice. This is not investment influence. This is my personal understanding, personal experience, and personal excitement because of what we have right here in front of us. So when we talk about these particular items, you're talking the Zeniq coin, you're talking the Regardless tokens, TUPAN tokens, the AVINOCs, the SIDI tokens. When you have all of this that goes into your Zeniq app, your database, your digital asset manager, because that's your account. You have all of this invested in, and now you can see the outcome. If you want to swap it out, if you want to put it on the exchange, if you want to exchange it on Bitmart, PancakeSwap, Uniswap, LA Token, MetaMask, whatever you want to do with it. So you have the input and you have the output. You have control of your finances. That's powerful. Now, I know that I went through that, and you're probably sitting back saying, oh, what's next, Rashid? Well, hold on. I don't want to take you too far. How do you get started? Right? Before I add the rest of the information, how do you get started? Right? Because there's an active side. This is all passive that I talked about. And so if you want to sit back and you want to invest, just like you do with your CDs, just like you do with your annuities, just like you do with your, IRAs, you just sit back and let it do its thing. I get it. Well, guess what? This is the same concept. You see an opportunity, you got this technology that's well advanced, and it's going to continue to grow. And from my perspective, right? Not investment advice, but my perspective can continue to grow because of the technology. You can sit back, boom, passive. This is a passive opportunity for it. No problem. You can sit in the bank. It can sit over there. You can get your 0.1%. It's all good. Or you can, look into this and really maximize your earnings. Now, you want your money to work for you, the first thing you need to do is figure out where you want to start. To get started, you can start at the 1998 euro. That is the actual physical hub that I talked about earlier. So for dollars, you're looking at about $2,000, maybe $2,200, right? So you can definitely order that in the back office. You have, like I said, it has all of the minting, has the power masternode, so to mint the Zeniq coins. And you have the housing hub, which is a virtual hub. And that one is listed at $14.99. And so about $1,600. That can get you started. You can start minting your Zeniq coins, and you can start building up your coin stash with that particular hub. Now, if you want twice the minting power, then you go with the 2x housing hub. That's about $29.50. That's where I started when I first got in the game, and then added, more hubs as I went. So that's a possibility as well. You can add, as many as you want as you go, and just continue building and building and building more minting power as you grow your business. So you have the 2x housing hub, then you have the 4x housing hub, obviously gives you 4 times the minting power, and it creates more, more Zeniq coins for you. And 8x, 16x, all the way up to 256x. That gives you the minting power that you want based upon where you want to get started and how you want your business to grow. That produces your Zeniq coins. As those Zeniq coins grow, as the business grows, the company is doing its thing to add more value with the new particular strategic partners, then that's going to continue to grow the value. That value goes back into your Zeniq coin, and then you can see that value rise. So the more Zeniq coins you have, the more value you have in your portfolio. Now, you have if you can't purchase a full hub, then you have the ability to purchase a fraction of a hub. Those fraction of a hub starts at, what is that, 1/32, which is about 100 euros, all the way up to the 800 euro, which is half a housing hub, right? So, however many coins are being produced with one hub, now you just basically have half being produced with the 800 euro half housing hub, and so on and so on and so on. Now, you still have the opportunity to come in free. The company doesn't even charge you to come in and take a look around the back office. So that's an opportunity for you as well. Okay. I don't personally recommend it, but if you get in the game and you see an opportunity for yourself to start earning, you're not going to be able to earn unless you put some skin in the game. That's just the reality. Okay. Definitely not financial advice. It's just reality. This is a way that you can really change the game for your financial future. And the only way to do that is to come in and choose where you want to get started. All right. So definitely get with the person who invited you and get your questions answered.
Sorry, what are the gas, please?
And they can help you out tremendously with that. All right. All right, cool. So let's talk about new strategic cooperations. And so real quick, we're going to hit this just in case some of you haven't seen it. So let's do this. All right. Cool. It's good stuff. So that is obviously a couple of weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw that they were launching that new TDrone, right? And so that TDrone, and I don't think I added the actual information about the TDrone. You know what? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see if it's in here. Like I said, this is a new presentation, but the TDrone, there is a masternode for the TDrone that you can purchase in the back office as well. And so if I haven't put it in here during the presentation, just know that it's available to go ahead and take advantage of that. All right. All right. So let's push forward. So we have the TUPAN minting. TUPAN. We talked about TUPAN earlier. And so it's a phenomenal organization that has partnered with Zeniq Technologies, really because of the Zeniq blockchain and the community that Safir Global brings to the table. So, when you have a company, you have an organization, and you want to reach the most people in the world, then you pretty much go with an organization that has the most people already, kind of a captive audience. And that's what Safir Global brings with Zeniq Technologies, right? And so we take advantage of these great programs. And so when we look at TUPAN is listed in the Zeniq Swap, right? That's one. Bitmart, CoinMarketCap, and CoinGecko as well. So that's pretty cool. CoinGecko is pretty popular when it comes to cryptocurrency. So that's a positive thing. So definitely take a look at that. The CO2 Certificate Market. So one of the most powerful things about TUPAN is they're already in the impact token market, right? They are out there trying their best to repair the Amazon rainforest and other bioeconomies. And with that, they're using the TUPAN token to help with that process. But in that process, they are directly involved with purchasing and trading of the CO2 certificates that are traded on the open market. And that helps to bring more funds. Those funds are used to actually purchase, trees and whatever else it takes to repair the rainforest. So it's really awesome because big companies that are polluting the earth, they have to purchase these carbon credits. They agreed to do it. They have to purchase them. And then those credits are actually traded on the open market. So it's kind of interesting how that works. But this particular industry has been projected to really, really boom about 2027 over a what's that, $2.4 billion or $2,407 billion. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, a lot. It's supposed to increase over billions, you know, in the next few years. So definitely in the right industry to grow our passive income, right? And so we have the ability to purchase the masternodes and participate in this particular program as well. And like I said, you're not, you know, doing all of these things. You're just purchasing the masternode and having the ability to produce more tokens. And while the company is doing what it does, increasing the value in the company, increases value in the token, and it increased the value in the Zeniq coin as well. So that ripple effect is really what we are positioned to do. Okay. These are some of the other projects that the All Green Fund, which is, you know, partnered with the TUPAN. They are actually the ones that are out there trying to help the environment make the world a better place. And these are the tokens that we are able to participate, purchase, and earn from that value. So really good stuff. You definitely want to take a look at it in your back office. You can look at a lot of the information about TUPAN, as well as the TDrone as well. So really, really powerful stuff. And that was a little display of that TDrone right there. So it's good stuff, good stuff. All right. The mechanics of the price development, a little technical, but in the back office, you can download the presentation. You can see, you know, how all this works together. But at the end of the day, the TUPAN tokens that you are able to mint, then it helps to bring more value to your particular portfolio. But there's a lot that goes on, obviously, in these companies to make that happen. So we're just set up to succeed, you know, all the way around. All right. So if you want to purchase the TUPAN minting hub, if you already have a full hub, you get to purchase one for $9.98. If you don't have a full hub, then you can purchase a full TUPAN masternode add-on for $12.98. So that's how that works. There's a halving process, sales halving and time halving with all of the different tokens that I'm going to introduce to you today, right? Sales halving basically means after a certain amount of masternodes are sold, then they start to reduce by 1% the production of the tokens, you know, with those particular masternodes. The time halving, so basically every year they slow the production down so that you don't have too many tokens in the circulation. And so when you have too many tokens, you have too much, you know, currency in circulation, then obviously that causes inflation, which decreases the value of the asset. And so you slow down the production so that you can continue increasing the value of the asset and demand, right? So that's really what that halving is all about. Now, the entertainment, the gate to tokenization within the entertainment industry, first of its kind, nobody else has done it, regardless. So the regardless token, the regardless masternode is offered through the back office as well. Yes, you are able, and able to purchase a masternode that mints the actual regardless token for an actual movie, like an actual movie. How cool is that? So that's just another powerful aspect of this Safir and Zeniq program. This movie is about one person that got involved with direct sales to survive, basically, in a nutshell. And he did do that. Really became very successful over his time, his struggles, and they show all of this. A lot of people in Dubai had an opportunity to see a showing of this particular movie. So really cool. So the movie is actually about this guy, Ilhan Nogan, and he has become the COO of Safir Global. So we actually have opportunity to work with the guy that this movie is about. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, in addition to that, there are actual events around the globe that are doing some type of launching or some type of gala, some type of event to promote this particular movie, which I thought was amazing. And if everybody, you know, is seeing what I'm seeing, then you know that the opportunity to participate in this type of thing, the opportunity to purchase the masternodes for these type of things. And then you see all of the effort going into marketing of this movie and the showing of this movie around the globe, then you know the numbers are going to increase, bringing more value to anyone that's invested in the coin or token behind the organization or behind this particular production. So yeah, definitely in the right place for this. As you can see, it says Los Angeles right there. I know I don't have any additional information on that, but I'm sure other people may have. All right, regardless, the minting product. So there's sources of profit, obviously, from ticket sales and all these different things. Then you have the minting of the actual cryptocurrency. So all of that brings value to this coin, this token, and that token produces profit for the people that are the token holders. Same concept. You have a full hub, Zeniq Hub. You can purchase an add-on for the regardless masternode, €9.98. All this is in your back office. If you don't have a full hub, Zeniq Hub, and you have a fractional hub, then you can purchase that masternode for $12.98. So same concept. Then we have the SIDI token. The SIDI token is an actual real estate development project. That project is tokenized. Yes, tokenized real estate, which is beautiful. I love tokenized real estate. Great, great, great opportunity. They are showing that they are making progress. They've broken ground. It's near, some small communities, but they are on their way. So they just added a few pictures. It is happening. That's where, when you purchase a token, when you purchase the masternode, then you know that your funds are being used for that purpose. So it's on the smart chain. So they're using the Zen20 token. And this is pretty much giving you a little idea of how that all works. But at the end of the day, you're able to mint the SIDI tokens as well. You purchase a masternode and you're able to mint the SIDI tokens. So that's more value that you have in your portfolio. Same concept. You have a actual Zeniq Hub, then you can purchase an add-on for €9.98. You have less than a Zeniq Hub, then you can purchase the add-on for €12.98. Right? So that's how that works. That's the value of being a partner with Safir Global. You have an opportunity to purchase into those really advanced projects. So really, really good stuff. Now, if you're actively wanting to spread the word, then the company will reward you for that as well. Right? So like I said, Safir Global is the marketing arm, and they provide a compensation plan for active members. If you're actively, growing the business and you have people that you refer to the business, anybody you directly refer, you're going to earn 10% commissions on their particular purchases. So when they purchase the masternode, they purchase the Zeniq hubs, then you're going to earn on that. So that's your 10%. And then when they offer it to someone else, then that'll be your second level. And your second level, you're going to have 7%. Yes, those are my kids that are having a great time in there. Then you have the career rank. So when you're building your organization, let's say you bring on, 20, 21 direct referrals because you're on fire. You love what you do. You're helping a lot of people. People see this benefit. They're earning from it as well, right? They found a better place to put their IRA or whatever, just my personal, opinion. And it's growing. It's happening. And you're like, wow, this is great. So you have your team, you're working with your team, you have, weekly calls, you're doing it all. When you get to 10,000 in volume, you hit the Ruby level, then the company's going to give you a €300 bonus. Then you continue to grow. You got 20,000 now, an additional 10,000 in volume. The company's going to give you €600 bonus. Then when you hit 100,000 in volume, the company's giving you €3,000 bonus. When you hit 300,000 in volume, the company's going to give you a €9,000 bonus. When you get 500,000 in volume, the company's going to give you €15,000 bonus. And when you hit the diamond level, you got $1 million in volume in sales, the company's going to give you a €40,000 bonus. Yes, it's real. It's amazing. It's awesome. And it's happening. The company does produce additional, levels, and you can continue to grow and earn these commissions. Just from the bonuses alone in this particular diagram, when you complete these levels, you will have earned over 4.5 million euros just in bonuses alone. How cool is that? That's powerful, right? Definitely motivating to get you on track. Doesn't stop there. There is a 10% performance pool. Yes, the revenue at the end of the month is divided out and they come up with 10%, and then they have an actual number they associate with that. So there's a certain amount of shares that are available to action takers, go-getters, people that continue to produce. And so the company has taken a new stance on how they distribute those particular bonuses. And so get with the person that invited you, get with your upline, get with your leaders, and they can break down how this works. And so when you build your organization and you go month to month to month and you continue to increase, then they're going to continue to increase your bonuses. Before we had kind of a set rate, now they have a new program where they increase your bonus based on your performance. And so if you do more, you're going to earn more. And so previously, if you were at a certain level, you made that kind of that same amount based on the shares. Now you get to increase that amount because you've done more production. So really powerful. You have so many opportunities to earn with this company and set yourself free. Become the master of your own finances again, because I'm sure you mastered them before and then things kind of dropped off. But here you are, here I am, and we're here to work together.